You saying don't fight it?
Yeah, don't fight it. Go whichever way the rope is pulling you.
Ouch.
You okay?
Yeah.
Here in Mystery Canyon. Just trying to make it down the nice shaly section. What do you think of this so far, Isabel?
It's good.
Yeah?
Yeah, it was like just like suburban. Snow and dirt and trees and bushes and everything. It was a little rocky, like literally. That's where I fell, right? Yeah. I fell, hurt my hand, but it was fun. It was cool. I like it. Like.
I don't think I know anyone that does enjoy it. Does it live up to your memories, Todd?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Pretty much I remember it.
I don't remember the down climb into the canyon being as bad as it was. It was not fun.
I'm not gonna lie, it's a little bit longer than I remember.
Yeah.
You can't expect to do like, amazing things like that and not. But I had never been, so I didn't know what kind of activities. Right. But yeah, it was steep. It was rocky. I'm glad I had issues.
You doing good?
Sounds like Santa Claus.
Yeah.
I don't know. It was just a little.
Hey, where do I go?
Good.
Down. Go down.
Yeah, just work your way around, just nice and slow. You're doing good.
Butt down.
You can put your left hand on that rock if
It's
you want.
kinda like, yeah, I remember having to do this. It was good. It was fun. Oh, that was really sketch.
Oh yeah, it was very just intimidating the whole time. But it was I had a great teacher. Thank you. So that was great. And then yeah, you just kind of go for it.
I just went. I was happy.
There you go, good.
Rattlesnake. Top blow.
What do you come on?
This one's pretty easy. Sit into your harness, swing your butt out, and then put your feet on the wall.
I think what freaked me out the most is just every single time you go off initially, you just got to get your feet set and then figure out.
All right.
Yeah, I'd only ever done it once and it was nothing like that. It was much taller, much more like narrow and like true canyoneering.
Put your butt down. Put your butt down. And straighten your knees. Yeah. Do what Jason did.
That one was kind of like you just had to like get yourself shimmy through and
Shimmy through and you just
get down, and then I like fell back, and then that's fine, and then I just like kept going down.
Around that boulder, don't fight it. Go straight down. Just go down with gravity.
Once you get over the edge, then it's all good.
Eric, I thought Michael was
That first, or that really big rappel, and like you have to sit on the slant, yeah, that was a little intimidating. I was a little nervous. Well, and I think part of it was because I had Isabel with me, and so, yeah, that was a little scary.
He's just like letting go.
Come on.
He doesn't even do
Oh,
a glove.
you're there.
Yeah, like that. Like, oh my god. He really done that.
Bam.
Whatever one I screwed up on, because it was a right-handed rappel and I'm left-handed, so that step back made me let go of my left hand, which
Right?
is
Yeah.
the one thing you're never supposed to do. And it's because you guys just kept saying just trust the rope, and you do that, but it makes you fall in a different direction than you think you're gonna fall, and it's unsettling when you go that way when you think you're just gonna go down, but down is really that way.
Just sit down.
Okay.
Sit down. I'll get to the cliff.
Eventually, just get your butt out, strain your legs.
Sure. Yeah.
And it's like there's like more rocks to get over it, so it's kind of like hard to start, but once you get started, it's fine, and you just go down.
No. And she can't correct that until she gets down. There you go.
Beautiful. Like, I love when you're in this really, really narrow spots. That was super fun.
That didn't happen. Such a for it.
That was probably my favorite part. Just you forget to like you get so worked up by the ropes and it's exciting, it's fun, and then you take a minute and you look up and you're just buried in the canyon. It's really cool. Yeah, I would totally do it again.
Get into the narrow section, figure out, wow, I could really get wedged in this thing. So you have to try and figure out, am I long enough to be able to hold myself to get across? Or am I going to try and wedge my shoes down in the bottom?
Well, you keep saying that, but there's nowhere. There's nowhere for my butt to go.
No, I mean, I like the mixture of like the down climbs and the small rappels and the big rappels, and then the places that you can just stop and enjoy the scenery. So yeah. Those.
It's like so backwards. Okay, don't fight gravity. Gravity is my friend. Jeez.
Said like we're always so focused on looking down, and we forget to look up, and that's like my favorite part about canyons is when you look up and see like how beautiful and how massive and how little you are compared to the walls that are above you.
That was really hard. You coming down? Okay, come on. Not supposed to be going up above my neck.
It's not.
That really hurt my side.
It's probably not hard.
Can I do it?
Yes.
Good. Me too.
We're a good portion way through this.
Yeah. No, get off. That is even more
And
now.
making our way through.
For sure.
You okay?
Mystery hasn't changed much in 20 years. Rock Slide had more foliage, and
The landslide was hot.
The rock pile?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that was difficult. My harness already started like shaking kind of, and then it was like really tight, so it was like squeezing my guts out, and then we had to hike up this mountain and then back down it, and it was like really hot. So it was kind of difficult.
I mean, I think part of it is just because it's so hot, but it's really, I mean, if you did that at the very beginning, I don't think it would be, as overwhelming.
Yeah.
But it's towards the end, and then it's hot, and it's like 3
Already had a long day.
Yeah. And it's a big mountain, and you just gotta keep going and going and going. But no, I was a little bit worried about, because I don't work out. I don't work out.
landslide is easier than I remember. It's amazing. It's one of those things that you kind of wish that you could see, but you don't want to be anywhere around when it happens. And it used to be just straight, kind of that newish feeling sandstone, very like kind of a soft feeling over the rocks. And now it felt a lot more established. It felt like a lot more people have gone up it and down it. But like I said, it was easier.
For me, this is the worst part of the day. And then it gets better.
I was sitting behind a bush, and I was not caring about anything, and I was hot. And then when I went down, I was just like, just get down, it's fine.
You start seeing the sun again, and you start remembering that you didn't drink enough, and that your pee is yellow, and that you need more water.
I was probably one of the first ones down, so it wasn't that bad.
And they were shade down there, right?
Yeah.
Dad, remember when everyone
Guys, get ready. We're gonna go.
Bit of a relief to get into there.
Yes, we were waiting for the shade, and that's where I spilled my water.
It's the bottom of the rappel right. This is the big line rappel. See how you put your carabiner on this?
The grotto was nice. It was a nice oasis from the desert. It was reprieve from heat, and you got it was completely in shade except for the end of it, which was in sun, so it was perfect because you got to be able to cool off before you rappelled, and it was a nice, cool 120-foot rappel.
Are you gonna just stand right there? Okay.
Get in. God made this log just perfect to stand up right there, so you could unhook right on the log and then jump right in. It's a beautiful, crystal clear water. It was cold, but it felt really good. And then right after you got out of it, it had a nice little beam of sun that came down and dried up all the rain.
It was like straight down rocks. You'd have to like just find a way over and find traction with your feet. It was kind of hard. It's scary. I thought I was gonna slip, but I was hooked to Eric, so it's okay. That rappel was fun.
You like that rappel?
Yeah, it kind of really scared me because just like sitting there while I was waiting. But then when I was going down, I was like, oh, this is easy, and I went down. And then the water was really fun. Well, yeah, it's cold. But then after it felt so good.
He's on the log.
Yeah, is she drowning?
No, she's on standing up now.
Isabells!
Just step down.
Step down where?
It was just on a slant, like one little slip and you're a goner. Yeah, I don't like that part.
Ah, Eric. Not a good sound.
Well, yeah, my expectations were to jump in dirty water, and it was clear and clean. Is that spring water? Mm-hmm. Yeah. So yeah, it felt very refreshing and felt good.
It's tough. How you feel, Jason?
Pretty freaked out, but I'm doing good.
On a pucker factor of 1 to 10, what are you?
I'm about a 9. Well, an 8.
Just because the approach is so, like you can see the whole canyon, and then you have to clip in even to get out there. That's the one you're talking about?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. You have to clip in even to get out there. And then I went last, and just, it's nerve-wracking. But it was fun. It's great. You start to feel comfortable with it, and then you get to the biggest one, and it's the most nerve-wracking, and then you end up in water. I just thought that was, and it's a big reward after that hot, what do you call it? What's the
Landslide.
The landslide, yeah. The hot landslide hike. I think it's like perfect timing to do that. So that was probably my favorite part.
A little nervous to jump in, but the water was actually a lot cleaner than I was expecting. It was clear. You just can't think about it. You just gotta jump, and very refreshing.
That's good.
How was going from like the heat and then dropping into that water?
The water was very refreshing, and I was worried because, like with Orderville, like once you get in the water, you're freezing for the rest of the time. So I was worried that I was going to be cold, but I wasn't. Like, I don't know if it was a hot enough day or if we were in and out of the sun. I don't know why, but I wasn't that cold. It felt good. So.
I mean, it's freezing, but it felt good because I was so hot. But and then you sit there and you get rested, and then but just the nerves enough to calm you down.
Oh, I'm not swimming?
No.
Oh.
Okay.
3, 2, 1. Oh, it's good.
Your feet sliding down. Sit down on the rock. Keep on sliding off. And as you're sliding off, then put you back on the wall and your feet over here. Good. Get your back on the wall. Lean back in the wall. There you go. Now put your feet against here. Good.
Thank you.
Now you're gonna kind of walk down a little bit,
Thank you, Mom.
and then you're gonna try and get your kind of your butt over here and your feet over on this side.
Oh yeah, that was funny. I thought I was gonna slip and then like get my head on a rock or like the pool, and I didn't want to jump in yet. I was just psyching myself out, but then I got in and it was cold, and I was like, and then I was fine.
I've always remembered the last thing that you have to scramble down before the last rappel. I always have wanted to set up a little zip line. Because it would be a perfect little place for zip line. You know, to there to there. I don't know why. And then you could have the option of dropping into the water. You could just have your bag go across the zip line. I felt like it was a lot like I remembered. Probably maybe not as much water as I thought. You know, they might have a bigger or a smaller sand bank. Because I thought I was going to get head to toe wet on that section, and I only got wet to about right here.
I'm so excited for this part. I have been waiting for so long. Should I slide down this on my butt?
Did a butt slide down to the last waterfall. Yeah, water, rappel.
Here we go. Woo!
Yep.
That was fun.
Where do I put my feet? I didn't see
On the wall.
What?
Thanks, Eric.
Which honestly, I was like, why I think when we got down on the, and I'll come back to this, but got down on the last rappel, and I was telling Heidi, I'm like, I'm surprised I'm doing so good, and we're pretty much done. But I think it's because you get cooled off, and then it sort of resets you, and then you hike the rest. Because the rope gets wet, and it makes it so it's like you fall and then you catch yourself and then you fall. It's not like a smooth rappel. That made it a lot harder.
Lean back into your harness. Get weight into your harness.
Can't put the lights on.
The last rappel was awesome. I was nervous because of course people are watching you. And it was mossy, so like I knew going over a waterfall was going to be a little bit tricky, but like that moss was kind of intimidating. So again, I didn't want to follow. I was fighting where the rope was pulling me, and I think that's why I slipped. And that approach was a little bit scary, but I had to be tough and act cool and calm because Isabel was there, and all the people at the bottom. But no, yeah, it was awesome. It was everything that I like thought it was going to be.
Yeah, I don't know.
Lean back into your harness and swing your foot out wide.
That was really fun. I liked that. It was really slippery though, so you had to keep it like way back.
Did you slip at all?
No, but my mom did. Going down a waterfall. And you know, I was paying attention to how bouncy the rope was. And like this can like bounce.
Came into it on the evening, so there weren't as many tourists. And I usually like to have the glory of the tourists clapping and yelling my name in glory that I just saved the world as I came rappelling down. And I don't feel like I got that kind of response.
Nice job.
Woo!
That was cool because I'd never been there either. So you hear about the Narrows and everybody hypes it, and then you get to come at it from the top. That was really cool. Yeah, the rocks were a little. That's kind of tricky because, I mean, if you had a walking stick and you carried it with you the whole rappel, which is dumb, that would make the rocks easier to navigate.
Yes.
But
Yeah, it was awesome. I loved it. I love the Narrows. I love that. It's a super fun way to end a hike. I think it's totally different. Like, it's a different experience. Because, yeah, the Slot Canyon, they're narrow, but I don't know, like the whole actual Narrows, it's just a different experience. I don't like that there's that many people, you know, like when you're up doing the canyon, it's just, we didn't see anybody, you know, so that's awesome. But then being in the actual Narrows, that's a whole different experience. It's fun, it's beautiful, it's amazing. I think everybody, like when people say that they haven't been to the Narrows, I'm like, oh, you need to put that on the top of your list. Like it's cool.
Let's see, we walked. I wish I didn't have as long as shorts on the last walk. because it was rubbing, causing me chafing inside my inner thighs, and so I tried to roll them up and do it European style, like I saw the other Europeans do it, and my daughter did not appreciate that and would not walk with me, and I even chased after her because I thought she was just running away from a monster, but the monster was me.
Walk out.
Yeah, my dad was really embarrassing. He put his shorts, like Speedos, and then was running around chasing me on the walk that everyone, like, all the pedestrians walk on, like me. And it was just embarrassing.
Isabel being chased by her dad, embarrassing her, that was funny.